all women should be taking creatine. I'm Alex, I'm a nutritionist, and I want to explain why you should be taking creatine and all of the huge benefits. Listen up. Creatine has had a bad rap for women, and it's completely unjustified. A lot of women are still scared of taking creatine because they think it's going to cause them bloat and make them bulky. If you think back to strength training and how popular that's become now, so many women were afraid to do that, but now they can see the benefits. Strength training doesn't make you bulky, it's the fat on top of muscle that makes you look bulky. So let me explain the benefits and how creatine works, and hopefully I can persuade you to take this, because it's not just about muscle, it is about virtually everything in your body. Okay, so myth number one, creatine makes you bulky. Creatine doesn't make you bulky, it hydrates you. And there's a difference between hydration and bloat. If you think about your your period and you get bloated and it's uncomfortable and it doesn't look nice to you, or if you eat something that wasn't that great for you and you bloat up, well, hydration is completely different. If you think about hydrating your skin, how much nicer it looks, how much plumper and full it looks, but in a good way. That's what happens with your muscle. Muscle is 70% water. So when we hydrate that muscle, it looks fuller, rounder, like your glutes. You get nice rounded glutes. And you also create more ATP. ATP is your body's energy currency, and you use it for every function of the body. But also in training, you'll be able to train harder and you'll be stronger. And also this other, so you'll be able to train harder and build a bit more muscle, which in turn increases your metabolism. So you're able to burn more fat in exercise and at rest. So it's essentially quite an effective fat burner, whereas opposed to the fat burners that you can buy, the thermogenic fat burners are actually a load of rubbish. They may work for a time, but when they taper off, they can make you feel anxious. They don't really burn fat. They suppress your appetite a little bit. But again, your body soon adapts, and they're really not that great for your health or your mental health, actually. So it's best to stay away from those things. So creatine is effective fat burner because, again, it builds muscle, so it increases your metabolism, so your body is burning more fat throughout the day. And actually, when you build muscle, you decrease your body fat percentage just by ratio alone. So that's another huge benefit to take into account when you take creatine. Another huge benefit is you increase your insulin sensitivity. So the more muscle that you have, the more glucose you pull from the blood to store in the muscle. The less muscle we have, the more glucose we have floating around in the blood, which can cause insulin resistance, which is the precursor for type 2 diabetes. So again, the more muscle we have, the healthier we're going to be. It's one of the most effective health organs in the body. So the more muscle, the more stabilizing of hormones, hunger, satiety, everything. There's so much research going into muscle now, and it's really a lack of muscle that we have over obesity. Myth number 2 is it makes you put on a lot of weight. No, it doesn't. The scale may go up 2 to 3 pounds, but that is intracellular water in the muscle. You're not going to see any difference with your waist size, and you will look firmer and tighter, the more toned look, if you like. Well, I hate that word, but it essentially means more muscular for women, because a lot of women are still scared of that word, but please don't be. And also, creatine is now being put into skin creams because it's so effective at hydrating the skin. There are more health benefits of creatine too. There are more health benefits to taking creatine too. So there's brain health, it also helps with anxiety. There's liver health, cardiovascular health, just all round health. If you're not taking creatine, please take it for that, even if you're not strength training, which I really hope you are, but if you're not, there's still all of these benefits. So creatine is really the best supplement out there. The second best, and one that I'd always say, is probably omega-3s. So they're my 2 essential supplements that I would never go without. So how do you take creatine? Well, usually it comes in a powder form, and you take from 3 to 5 grams a day. I mix it into my juice in the morning. It's just a little scoop. If you get a decent quality one, it mixes in really well and it doesn't taste of anything. You take that every single day, regardless of training, and it doesn't matter what time of day you take it, as long as you take it every day consistently. If you get a little bit of digestive upset, what you can do is split it into 2. So take 1.5 to 2.5 grams in the morning maybe, and that 1.5 to 2.5 grams in the evening, and take it consistently as well. You probably need to take more if you are a vegan or a really strict vegetarian, because you're not getting as much creatine. You get creatine from meat mostly, but to put it into perspective, for you to have 5 grams of protein, you need to be eating 2 pounds of meat every day, and I really don't fancy that, to be honest. So vegans, don't worry, the creatine that we use, the creatine monohydrate, is vegan, and I would say aim for 8 to 10 grams a day, just because you're going to be possibly depleted in creatine anyway, and this is shooting for optimal. We obviously have creatine in our diet, but going for the 3 to 5 grams every day or a little bit more is optimal, and you're going to find real benefits from that. You'll expect the scale to go up by 2 to 4 pounds, but don't be scared of that. Keep a track of your measurements and how your clothes are fitting, in particular around your waist. We're not walking around with the scale weight printed on our heads, and it's gonna make you look and feel much better. You'll be feeling stronger in the gym, so you can push harder, possibly decrease in anxiety. Your skin's gonna look plumper and fresher. So all of these benefits really outweigh the few pounds on the scale, which just drives me mad, why women don't want to take it, because there's that little thing when there's so many benefits when taking creatine. So I take creatine, I take it continuously now. I was on and off it, and I don't know why I was doing that. But what I do now, like I say, is that I put it in my little juice in the morning, and so I've made sure that I've had it, and that's like a habit stack. So I have a little green juice, and then I pop the creatine in and have it before anything else, so I know I've done that. I can tick that off. So if you start taking creatine and you want to know anything else about it, you have any questions, or if you started taking it and had any issues at all, or if you're finding you're getting real success with it, stronger, pushing harder, more alert as well, which is what we're finding, drop me a message below, and let's have a chat about it, because I'd really like to know. And don't forget to check out my other videos. There's some really great ones for women of my age. I'm 50, and I just want to help you to feel your most amazing in your midlife and beyond, because it is not too late, ladies. I'm stronger than I've ever been in my life, and that's just being consistent, but not training like a loony too, and learning when to pull back. Anyway, hope you have a lovely day. Sending you lots of love.